What's going on, beautiful people of Atlanta? I go by the name of DJ 9D.
This your girl Keisha.
And it's your boy Kell.
And you're now tuning in to Kicking the Old School every Thursday at 8, where we take you back with the tracks. That's all of that, but as well as play out new music of the day, been in that generational gap. We have a special guest up in the building, Clinch.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What it do, y'all?
Hey, man, we good. We good.
Hey.
Yes, sir. Yes,
I love
sir.
the energy. The energy's there. I love it.
For sure.
We appreciate your time for coming through, King. For real. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. Thank y'all for having me, man.
Most definitely. But before we get into that, Keisha done said it. What's going on?
Yes. Hi, you guys. So, someone needs our help.
Oh, man.
So, you know what that means. We have to put our S on our chest and we have to save the day.
Oh, wait.
Most
You know how it is.
Okay, so I had someone write in and they told me this story and I actually had to write it for them, but I'm going to have people start writing their stories into me so that I could read them to you guys so you guys can let me know what you guys think.
All right.
Okay, so dear Keisha, my coworker is eating and stealing my food. So it's not the full lunch. It's just an apple or something small. Every morning I put my food in the communal refrigerator and there's a lunch pail that looks exactly like mine. So I'm assuming this is the person that's taking my food. I camped out in the kitchen one day and I found the person taking my food. Come to find out, it's an executive. And I did not want to say anything to them, so I just saw them take it, and I did not say anything.
This is a friend of yours?
Yes.
That's crazy.
You got me all the way.
Man, what?
What?
And
Yo,
I did not want to say
happy.
anything.
Yeah.
So, what do I do? How do I address this executive that is taking the food out of my lunch pail?
I can tell you exactly what to do. You feel me?
What do you do?
I mean,
I don't know what to do.
Yeah. Oh, you for
You
real?
don't know?
Man, what? Yo, hey, I need to talk to you, sir. You know what I'm saying? You got a line, sir. You know that's not yours. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you just gonna take my food?
It's
Politely.
Nah, not even
Respect, of course.
Not even because he not politely taking my food out my.
Right, because isn't it like, okay, keep going, because in my mind, I'm like, you know that's not yours. Like, when you feel me?
Yeah.
So that, but the only thing that I am like, okay, I'll give them a pass, is I'm like, okay, maybe they're not packing their lunch, and maybe their wife is packing it for them, and they're just completely oblivious and unaware of the fact that their wife did not pack them an apple.
Look, I'll put them right back together and let them, you know what I'm saying, and get them right. You know what I'm saying? Give them some, what he say? What Quavo say? Straightening? You're not about to just take my food. You know it's not your food. You feel
Right.
me? So
No,
it's
that's true.
come on,
That's
bro.
true.
There's two things you don't mess with: money and food, man.
What?
That's
When
real.
it comes to a man, you feel me?
That's real talk.
So I want to keep my job at the same time, but
That's what I think that she is conflicted with, is how do I address, not that she's going to be fired because she addresses this exec, but it's one of those things where it's oh my God, do I just
You gotta
not
speak
put my
up, though.
food?
Yeah, you gotta say
Yeah.
You got to.
Do I not put my food in the refrigerator? Do I just get a new lunch pail? What do I do?
Man, carry your food with you. You got a lunch box or something. You got to, right?
Yeah.
At least, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I'm like, if they know, it's not like you're sitting your lunch bag next to theirs. And you know, if you put it on the third shelf,
Yeah.
yours is on the third shelf.
Yeah.
So if you go into the first shelf, I think it's a level of disrespect
Yeah,
that is just I don't know, because some people feel entitled. And I think maybe from what I know, or from what I'm understanding, is that this may have happened on accident
Okay, yeah. If it's
a
on
couple of
accident,
times. But I think it's getting now to a point where I think it's kind of
The breaking point.
yeah, it's on
But
purpose.
because look, he only
Like,
taking a little bit. He ain't taking the whole lunch.
yes,
So he know what he doing.
exactly.
And that's why I'm coming at him. You know what I'm saying? Not
Yeah.
crazy, my bad. But I'm coming at him in a way. It's like, yo, you're not about
Yeah.
to disrespect my food like that, bro. And think you just gonna take it and be cool with it. Like,
Yeah,
I don't know you.
yeah.
You know what I
No,
mean?
for
So,
real. That's what I think. I think at the first maybe 4 times you're like, is this person doing this on purpose?
Yeah.
And then now you're like, No.
Nah.
You real cool to wait 4 times though. 'Cause
Yeah.
Really, by the second.
Yeah.
Really the
Going on-
first.
Yeah.
Oh, you just if
You know
I
what I'm
see
saying?
if I personally see you take food out of my what? Yo, hold up. You. What's your name?
The first time.
Yeah, like come on, bro.
That's so funny. Yeah. Okay. So basically, all right. She needs to confront him, and then we need to go on ahead
But
and let her.
politely,
Like
though.
but like
politely.
you said, don't do it like I would do it. Do it politely. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, there's different ways to take care of stuff like that. Definitely ask the person, hey, do you know what you're doing? Oh, you know what you're doing. Okay, now you can go crazy.
Yeah.
But
But
sometimes you never know what people going through, y'all.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Facts.
But if you're an executive, I'm sorry, you about to get all the smoke because you make more money than me.
But the thing is, I think if me personally, I wouldn't take nobody else's food just because you don't know the conditions they
Exactly.
prepared
Right.
it in and everything. That's just nasty to me. You
Yeah.
just go eating off of other people's food.
Especially
That's
right now. It's
Yeah.
too much
Right.
going on.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
I know.
They can
Yeah.
have cats in the refrigerator. I've seen that before.
No, not cats. What are
all
they doing?
that.
They have
You
cats.
see-
in
On,
the
hold on,
on
you see
social
what?
media, they be
Wait,
having
what are they
cats.
You see
doing?
the cat in the
It's
refrigerator?
sitting in the
No,
refrigerator.
not cooked.
Oh, okay.
Not cooked. I'm just saying.
I mean,
you know,
in
you got
general,
these
like-
animal lovers, man.
Yeah, yeah.
All of
Oh,
them.
so you sound like they
Long in the
reaching out into the refrigerator and they pulling something down.
Or they-
I'm
or they
talking
in there
about a
just eating
person
stuff.
opening the
Yeah.
refrigerator and a cat just jump up
Digging,
in
yeah,
there.
digging up in there.
and
Yeah, you right.
all
You
that.
line.
You
yeah.
see that? Yeah.
You know them type folk be having they let them folks do that. You know?
Yeah, you wrong. You don't do that.
You know what I'm talking about.
But yeah, it's crazy animal lovers out there. So
Mhm.
I highly suggest that she approach the executive respectfully
Mhm.
and be like, "Sir, I've been working long hours and I'm hungry."
So this is something
You know what
just I'm hungry.
Oh, no.
So
Oh.
this I could not help but to go here because my friend is black and I could not
Damn.
help but to go to the fact that I'm like, are they afraid of speaking out in this environment? Because you know, like
That might be a thing. That's
sometimes
definitely a thing.
Yeah,
That
A
that's
lot
might
of
be a
times
thing.
that's what it is.
you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like,
Yeah.
and the exec is not.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
you know, like how do you? And this person, from what I remember, I was asking about the personality of this person.
Mhm.
This person is like high energy, always like just kind of like always in people's faces and like really kind of like, I want to say intimidating, but the energy is very like, oh my gosh, intense.
Yeah.
That even like the thought of confronting this person is
Yeah.
like, oh my God, kind of startling. Even if it's on some like, hey, how you doing today? It's
Yeah.
like, oh my God, I'm just doing great today. You know what I mean? Like, oh my God, I don't even want to talk to you about your today.
Nah, for real.
So to confront them about something that has been like a violation just seems so, I think, like beyond her at this point.
But somebody of that standard, that's very disrespectful.
It
is,
so
yeah.
disrespectful,
On
right?
that, you know,
Maybe she should get another exec to speak on her behalf.
But you know,
I mean, you making all that money.
I mean
bro.
something.
He's like, no, just say something. Go say
Goodness.
something.
I like to handle it personally because you might never,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, represent me the way I need to be represented. So
Yeah.
but you know,
Yeah.
I mean, times are
Okay.
hard out here, man. You got to be careful who you taking from or who you just confronting nowadays,
Yeah.
because you know, by you taking somebody else's plate food. I mean, that's the whole thing about this way of life that we living in, man. You don't take from the individual that's working hard.
that's right.
You know what I'm saying? So that person, whoever that is, I highly suggest they come to the executive respectfully, but at the same time, if it was somebody else, I feel like, you know, that person would have really flipped. You know what I'm saying? They would have really flipped, and yeah, that's it. Yeah,
Okay.
that's-
Well, there
yeah.
you have it. That's Keisha done said it. See, every week it's not about relationships. Sometimes, you know, you want to just know, how do I deal with these tough situations? And some situations that are tough for others may not be tough for us.
That's true.
And so that's why, you know, we have to take it with grace and say, oh my God, I understand your pain and I want to help you. This is what I would suggest. So if anybody has anything that they want to find out, how should they address? Write into Keisha Done Said It. We're happy to help.
I'm telling you.
Most def. Well, there you have it, man. Keisha done said it. I hope all that information helped you in your everyday life and all of that good stuff. It is Christmas, man. I love Christmas season. Well, it's December. I love this time of season around. So when we come back, we got word on the street by Kell. You know what I'm saying?
Whoop.
To let
Y'all
y'all
not ready
know
for
what's
this one,
going on in
I
the
ain't never really
world.
ready for real, but it's okay.
As y'all can see, everybody. I'm in the Christmas spirit. I got the Grinch.
Yeah, that's
thing going
hard,
on.
But he
man.
got
I
the
appreciate
I
Grinch
it.
on.
didn't tell you. That's fire.
So you
Yeah,
about
I
to steal
appreciate
somebody's
it.
presents? That's crazy, bro.
So you the person that you will steal somebody's presents.
And food.
See, and food.
And
You
food.
know what? You
part.
trifling. That's you. I can see you growing up and becoming an exec, stealing people's food from
You
their lunch
damn
pail.
right. You damn right. You work for me, goddamn. You work. It's an honor for you to work
See,
here.
Yeah. See, now I know what's happening. See, there are people. There's somebody for everything.
Oh,
Okay. I didn't know that people would go and reach in somebody's and be so bold as to reach in somebody's lunch pail. But now I know. We are amongst those people.
Hey.
All right.
Pinch the Grinch for being the holiday villain, man. You know what I'm saying? So, when we come back, of course, we got word on the streets. We chilling in the studio with Clinch.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. So we gonna be right what? Black. And we are back. We are back. We are black. Welcome back to Kicking It Old School every Thursday at 8 with your boy Keisha, Kell, and DJ 9.
Boy, Keisha.
What?
You said with your boy Keisha. All right, I'm gonna wait till you play it back.
I'm
Wait
tripping.
till
I'm
you
tripping.
play it. Yes, you
I'm
are.
so tripping. Oh Lord, I'm sorry. With the Queen Keisha.
Thank you.
With the Queen Keisha.
You're right.
My boy Kell.
I call him out every show. I
Right.
can't help it. It's like we're family, so when you call your family out.
Already, man.
can't help it.
My boy Kell, of course, your boy DJ 9D. With our special guests up in the building, Clinch.
Yeah.
But before we get into this wonderful brother right here, man, we gonna get into word on the street. Kell, what you got for me?
Y'all know what time it is, man. Word on the street. I'm trying to educate y'all about what's going on in this world. Now, I ain't trying to give y'all no poison or nothing like that, but you know what I'm saying? This world got a lot of crazy shit going on. Oh, crazy-ish going on. But
We got a dump button, my boy.
But, you know what I'm saying? Today was a special occasion because Brittany Griner just got released from Russia. You know what I'm saying? She was detained for a very long amount of time for having a vape pen. Now, if y'all don't know what that is, basically, if you go to California, Colorado, or anywhere that marijuana is legal, you can get a pen that has THC in it. Basically, a vape pen that has THC in it, and smoke your day away. You feel me? So she took one of those to Russia, got caught. And they kind of try to sentence her to, 25 years? 9 years?
Mm-hmm.
Now, out here, if you get caught, you probably get a pat on the
Like a
wrist?
slap on the wrist.
Slap on the wrist.
Depending
Come
on,
Throw it
I'm
away.
not sure how it works with
Fine.
orders.
Fine or something,
Yeah,
yeah.
fine or
Throw it
something.
away, but
I've
out
never
there...
been in trouble like that
Exactly.
before. I don't
But-
know.
With her situation, she kind of was used... Well, not even kind of. She was used as a political pawn
Yeah.
to release another Russian that we had in custody out here. So
that's wild, bro.
now, a lot of people, especially in our community, got mixed opinions on this because a lot of people feel as though she was traded. Her value was not high enough to be traded for the Russian guy that we had locked up, who was locked up for basically international gun running, selling guns, and you know what I'm saying, purchasing them, finding ways to do it around the U.S. Noticing,
Yeah.
they called him the merchant of death, and everybody thinks that's like everybody thinks that's not a good trade. Some people felt like she should have rot.
Well,
You know what I'm saying? So what do y'all think though? I want to know what y'all think before I
You said some people thought she should have what?
rot, like
That's
rot in
crazy.
jail, like
Who said that?
exactly,
you'll be surprised, bro.
exactly.
Who said that? Send him to my house.
I'm telling you.
Okay, because that's awful. That's so awful. You know, the fact that they would think that she should rot is just they can't be an American citizen because they're not our allies. They're
Right.
terrorists, if you ask me. Because
Right.
if you think that that is what she should have done, you are just in a completely wrong state of mind because she did not deserve that. Because especially for them to say, oh, we're going to trade her for, this person who's doing illegal gun running.
Yeah.
Like, that lets you already know right there. These are not the same charges.
No.
You know what I'm saying? These are not the same charges at all. Like, what? So he deserves to rot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But no, he's going to go over there and probably be in some day spa and be like, oh my God, well, this was a fair trade.
Right.
No, definitely a political pawn. And I cannot imagine if that was my life
Man,
in
what?
someone else's hands. Like, that's
Exactly.
wild to
Yeah.
me.
Yeah,
Absolutely
so
wild.
Sometimes you gotta put yourself in their shoes, man. And I think a lot of people don't do that, man. As far
They
as just understanding her viewpoint on being in that situation.
Yeah.
Like, for example, you in a foreign country, you don't understand their language.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you treat. Of course, you're American, so you already know you treat it some type of way.
Mm-hmm. Not only that,
it's a war going on over there.
It's just bad timing.
Yeah.
It's bad timing. That's all.
It was perfect for somebody else though, which is what is the awful part. Is because I could, like you said, a political pawn. Like it was to like apply some type of like force for someone to like exploit this person.
Exactly.
So it was perfect timing for them. That's just so. Oh my God, that's so awful.
And then people got to realize that she was black. She was a black female that was also gay at the same time in Russia.
Yeah.
You feel me? So they cut off all her hair. She had a lot of hair. They cut it all off.
Yeah.
I didn't know they cut her hair.
Yeah. She's not bald right now, but she got like patches. Like it's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
And like they sent her to a penal colony where they basically like do slave labor.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Outside of like the city. So she was basically doing that for like a whole month till they just brought her out. So
sometimes when I just be hearing about the stuff that happens in this world, I be like, do I want to be here? Like, cause it's just so awful.
Yeah, it's
like,
terrible.
I love my life, and I'm not gonna take it. But I'm just like, sometimes it's just so bad. Some of the stuff that I be hearing about, I'm like, how are you able to get away with this?
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy.
Clinch, what you think about that situation, my boy?
I mean, most definitely, I feel like we gotta put something together for her, like as the culture, the world, us, because she's getting released, y'all.
Yeah.
But she's still dealing with
the trauma and all that.
Trauma.
That is so true.
That's
a good point.
That's something that we don't really pay attention to so
Nah.
much, like the after effect.
Yeah.
Of what she has to go through when she get home, and stuff is gonna be different for her.
Yeah.
Black people in general, we deal with trauma all day. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
you already know she dealing with it heavily. You know what I'm saying? So she's definitely gonna need some medical attention, but hopefully,
therapy,
you know what I'm saying?
all that.
Therapy, everything. Yeah, hopefully
Yeah.
she comes back to normal, and you know what I'm saying, we can move away from that chapter, and hopefully she comes back.
I wonder what the
Before she
WNBA are deciding to do, far as just whatever aid or whatever.
They're probably gonna do something. I think it's gonna be a big deal for the WNBA to really show something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is a big moment.
Yeah,
y'all.
this is the way that they.
It would be a tragedy
Yeah.
if they did not. If they did not do anything.
I think NBA too as well.
A
Like
missed
everybody in the
opportunity.
general is gonna do something. When she actually returns, it's gonna be a big deal. I think.
Right.
Like I said, just the sports, entertainment.
The world is changing, y'all.
We
Yeah.
gotta come together, y'all.
Yeah, the world is changing because even like how you're saying, like with sports, like a lot of things are blending into like sports and entertainment and
Yeah.
becoming very political.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Speaking out, like even just last week when we were talking about how LeBron was like, y'all need to ask me
something
about
about
this.
Jerry Jones, yeah.
So a lot of
Jerry
things
Jones,
are bleeding into sports and entertainment where people
Yeah.
are having to use their platform to make a statement, to
'Cause we
prove
have
a
a
point.
voice and we have to
Yeah,
use it.
Right.
exactly.
Even Kyrie Irving getting dropped from Nike just because of that post on
Yeah.
Twitter. You know what I'm saying?
That's-
So it's crazy, yo. It's definitely is, man. So
But yeah, my personal opinion on it, man. It's about American values. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you allow her to rot, you basically saying, yeah, we don't care about our American citizens when they're, wrongfully arrested. You know what I'm saying? Especially outside
Right.
of the country. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So I think it's very important that we represent who we are and get her out as quick as possible, which is what we did.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely happy that Biden did that. I can also understand people who are saying that the trade isn't of fair value, but these are human beings. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? At the end of
right.
the day, that is a human being. No matter what she did, that is not right to allow her to rot for 9 years.
Yeah.
Something that small.
Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly. And that's what I think that their meaning is, like it wasn't fair value, is that they should have let somebody, like America, we should have let somebody go who was, basically walking and chewing bubble gum or spit on the sidewalk, something that was just so like small in comparison to like what like really you could be doing in the world. That's why I'm like, I think that's what people are saying, not a fair trade. I'm hoping that they don't say like, oh, she should have just stayed there and we should have gotten someone else out. Like,
that's crazy.
no, like wow.
Like you dehumanize people when you put a value on them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So definitely, one for one. I mean, let's bring her back. You feel me? So
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is just tragic.
but that's
Has
the end of-
anyone ever been like wrongfully, like not convicted? Because I mean, if you want to talk about it, but like wrongfully, like accused of something.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like even if it's just like, oh, you stole something. No, I didn't.
Yeah.
My father went to jail over somebody else's name.
No.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God, no.
I think he did like a couple days or whatever.
Okay, but he came home.
Yeah, he came home.
Thank God, but
yeah,
you know, it's
that's
so many
crazy.
people that are
yeah.
wrongfully
Yeah.
accused of things and
But you
spent
know-
years too. But I'm so glad your dad made it back home.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
man.
'Cause
You know,
that's-
but you
oof.
know, in our communities and the way we were brought up, snitches don't snitch.
At all.
Even if
Snitches
Yeah.
get
Stitches.
stitches.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, for
Snitches
sure.
get stitches. So that's unfortunate, but that's something we have to break within our culture. You know what I'm saying? I understand. You know, it's a difference between the two. If you ask me, far as just being a snitch and just being a citizen of America, bro.
I mean,
You know, that's the way I
citizens
look
are.
at it.
Yeah, they're considered outside of the. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
You expect them to do that.
Right.
But yeah,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's word on the street, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Next segment we got Clinch. You know what I'm saying? He gonna tell y'all what we got going on.
So I want to
coming
know
soon,
so much about
everything,
what you
yo.
got going on.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, Keisha showing some love today.
Keep trying to
Boy.
give me. I was like, I remember.
We are back. We are back. We are
sorry.
black. After the show, me and
Hey,
you.
we have a show
Parking
in
lot.
between the show, so
Every
people
day.
don't be knowing about the show in between the show.
Y'all
They
never
need to
know.
know about the show in between the
Y'all
show
got
because the
no
show in
clue.
between the show is fun. Anyway,
Well, if you don't know,
all you hear is me yelling.
now you know. We kicking the old school, having a wonderful time with my brother over here, Clinch. You know what I'm saying? So, Clinch, let's get into it. Topeka, Kansas.
Top City 705. What's happening?
Tell us how it was growing up, man.
I don't even know how to explain it, man. Kansas is small, but it's like you grow up fast because it's small. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everything is like right in your face.
Okay.
So yeah, man, I appreciate Kansas though. I still go back pretty frequently. My mom is there, brother, sister, nieces, nephews, grandmas, and all that stuff.
Okay.
So
Do you recommend people go out there for like tourist stuff or anything, or is it like, nah, you might want to go this way type?
if you guys ever go to Kansas City, they have a jazz and baseball Negro League museum.
Word.
Yeah, that's hard.
For,
Okay.
For black people, it's very historical.
Yeah.
You learn some stuff, about the Miles Davis, Louis Armstrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ella Fitzgerald's and all the Negro League teams. It's pretty cool.
No,
With-
that's what's up.
Is that something that influenced you with your sound and stuff like that? Like, how does your city, like, how do you represent your city, and how has your city represented you? Or are you kind of like, I've been here in Atlanta for so long, like, you know what I mean? Like,
Well, I still definitely have like Kansas traits in me.
because every city, I mean, I feel like every state or different regions have different sounds.
Yeah,
You know
for
what
sure,
I'm
for
saying?
sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, for sure. And I don't really consider me sounding like the average Atlanta artist.
No, yeah, not at all.
So, but yeah, Kansas is. I get a lot from it. I mean, it's I don't know, y'all. Like, I haven't been there so long.
Okay.
Like, but the things I remember is just like, you just get up with your homies.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You don't really got too much to do. It's not really no.
That's fine.
It's not.
Yeah.
We're not going downtown and seeing like nothing that's very like inspirational. We don't
Yeah.
have big cities, or I mean like big sky buildings,
skyscrapers and
Right.
big
and,
tall buildings.
something
and,
to really look up to. It's just kind of like day by day.
yeah.
Right.
You kind of really gotta build your ambition for real, because
Yeah.
you can't really look to nobody and really get a full ambition. Even like the mission that I'm on, it's really nobody that ever came from Topeka, Kansas that actually is like,
Blowing up like
shout out T-Rail. We got T-Rail. I'm not sure if y'all heard of him. He's like on the verge of, what I'm saying,
You sound familiar.
blowing up.
Yeah.
He's like a
I think I'm like
singer
2 years
cat.
ago.
He's kind of like resemble like a raw wave kind
Okay.
of vibe, but he's super dope. But even still, like the ambition and the goals that I got is like even bigger. You know what I'm saying?
So then that's kind of how it could be related, in my opinion. Like, whereas it's maybe a smaller town that you just like, I got to get out of, so I'm gonna make it. You know what I mean? That could be something to inspire you. So that's because that's how I always look at it too. Like being from LA, like I feel like I've always witnessed people come to LA, right? So it's like they've always come here to go for something that, I mean, not here, but like even Atlanta too, like to come and chase and do something. So your hometown has made you say, you know what, I want more. You know what I'm saying? So in a way, it does speak to where, you know, you kind of started and where you moving towards. So that's good in that regard. You know what I'm saying?
I was like able to get best of both worlds too. That's what's even cool. I was telling y'all on break, like I moved to Atlanta when I was 2 months. We stayed over there in Decatur off McAfee. Like all my family,
he over there in the old spot.
We all stayed in like one apartment. You know what I'm saying? Right. Mom, aunt, cousin, all that. You know what I'm saying? And things didn't work out. Whatever. Moved back, and you know, but my pops always stayed here.
Right.
So even when I was in Kansas, I was still back and forth. You know what I'm saying? Visiting for the holidays in the summertime. You know what I'm saying? So like coming to Atlanta in between summer and having to go back to Kansas, it would always like put this little fuel up in me. Like,
definitely.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So what were you listening to growing up? Because from my understanding, at 8 years old, that's when you really started pursuing your career. So.
Pac, man. For sure, man.
Okay.
Pac, Snoop, Dog Pound.
You was on the West Coast.
The Fugees. I love the Fugees for sure. DJ
definitely.
Quick is my favorite producer of all time.
Yeah, he like that for real.
You
You
heard
see
what
his
he
own
said,
song,
though.
right?
You
You see
said.
his own song and everything like that. All the moves and
I
Yeah.
missed that one.
Yeah. So
So I just definitely want to know too, like, so now that you know, like now that you're not that 8-year-old boy anymore, you know, and now you're making your music and you creating, like, how do you feel like with your sound? Like, how is it different from different people? Because you said you're not the typical Atlanta artist.
You said you don't sound,
that
and you definitely don't sound like the typical Atlanta artist.
Right.
How did you find your sound?
You know, just pretty much wanting to be my own artist. You know, that's like the biggest thing about right now. It's a lot of us, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We like crabs in a barrel down there.
That's true, yeah.
So when you make something, you gotta make sure that you sound like no other. You know what I'm saying?
That's
and
hard.
I love like all of the artists that I idolize, is like the Nas, the Ice Cubes, the you know, the Jay-Z's, the Kanye's, the Dre's, like everybody, they're their own person. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody never really tried to.
They ain't jumping nobody's way.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
They're trendsetters in their own right.
So if I could, you know, I know how to talk just like, you know, the regular artist, but I'd rather speak, you know, a little more positive. You know what I'm saying? I want to like make sure that we spread motivation to each other. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So.
I feel like there needs to be more love in the industry right now.
Yeah, it's not enough. The soul is gone. Like, the soul is gone. Like, I like the new R&B artists that are out.
Like who?
Like Janae Cole. It's just this chick from Cali. I don't know if you know her, but her name is called Jane Hancock. She's fire, y'all.
You said Jane Hancock?
Jane Hancock. She's a pothead, but she's super cool though. Her music is dope. It's another cat. His name is Kalon. For real. He's hard. But I've been like kind of.
I heard.
Listening to like the R&B a little bit more lately.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Oh, okay, cool. I definitely did that. Yo, when we was on break one time, you mentioned what Clinch stands for. Please let the listeners know what that name stands for.
Cool, legit, intellectual, N-word, creating history.
Okay, wait. Say that again. Cool.
Legit, intellectual, N-word, creating history.
So did you have that before the word? Which one came first? The word and the acronym?
The word. I've been Clinch since I was like 8.
Okay.
You made that name up yourself, or?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I've been Clinch for that long, man. And
Like clench your fists, like you want to fight people.
Well, it sounds corny now because I'm a grown man, but I used to say I'm clenching the game.
Oh, the game.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But that was just I was 8 years old, whatever. But growing up into my own, man, you always gotta find meaning in something. And the older you get, you tap in with yourself. You start finding out who
like
you are.
You redefine and recreate and
reevaluate.
reinvent. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm in the middle of doing that right now.
Did I
understand.
see somewhere it said you was working with Dreamville or
Taylor Gang.
Taylor Gang? Yeah, Taylor Gang. So
yeah,
tell us about that.
sure.
What's going on with
What's
that?
that?
We're still working on it, man. It's been a minute. Shout out DJ Motorman.
Okay.
But Motor is actually Wiz's uncle.
Oh, okay.
But he's a DJ as well.
Mhm.
I'm not sure if you guys are y'all familiar with Frico?
No.
Rico.
Rico.
No.
He's a dope artist out Atlanta. But he did the cover. He
Okay.
did a lot of iconic things for Atlanta. Coca-Cola, Reebok.
Okay. So he one of the
Action
he one of
Bronson.
those influential dudes that be in the industry.
Yeah,
and stuff like that. Okay.
super dope cover art. I'll show y'all on break.
I
But
bet.
he did the cover. We got some production from R&B Justice.
Oh yeah, for sure. With, they what LVRN? That one?
No, he's actually with the gang as well. But
Okay.
he did We Them Boys remix.
Okay. For sure.
He produced that track. And we got a lot of other like features on there. Like I pretty much got like some of my close homies.
Okay.
We've been working on it for so long. At first I was doing like features with like other people that I really didn't like know too well,
Yeah.
but it sounded good. We was doing it, kind of for the name, and then we just went back to the drawing board and said,
yeah.
look, let's do it organic, you know what I'm saying, and let's get the sound right. So
Okay, yeah. Speaking of sound, like there's a song on there. It's 2 songs you got that are just hard to me. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna go with the
Thank you, bro.
the latest album, Bittersweet. How did you like? What was the energy when you was making that?
It's funny because right now this Wu-Tang sample is in the back playing, but it kind of just made me just feel like Wu-Tang. We just got back from New York.
Okay.
And it was just like I just felt it, you know what I'm saying?
most
But
def.
the message behind it, life is bittersweet, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And the world is not for the weak.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? The beauty and the beast.
Yeah.
So,
Y'all gotta listen to them bars he got on there, yo. He really spitting on there,
Yeah,
like
for
it's
sure.
crazy.
For
Most
sure. It's
definitely.
a dope track, man. But
How you hooked up with Tupac, Snoop Dogg oldest son?
So that was on Twitter. We just got cool as hell out of nowhere, and we started chopping it up. Shout out Spank, man. But he sent some music over, and I hopped on it, and he ended up putting it on his project. And when he sent back the full version of it, like Snoop was at the top of the song, like saying something. So that was super
Yeah,
dope.
that's hard,
and
yeah.
then Law of Attraction, I got a chance to meet Snoop and Dog Pound and smoke with
love that.
Corrupt and Daz.
Oh, man, that's the
That's
dream,
dope.
bro.
That's the dream
That's
right
the
there.
dream,
Like,
bro. That's the
right
bucket
after
list.
we had did the song, so it was cool. Like, they was very welcoming because, I did a song with his son, so
Yeah.
they
Spanky Danky.
Show me
That's
some
the name
love,
of the
man.
joint, right? Spanky Danky.
the name of the track is called Peter Proof Mink.
Peter Proof Me.
Peter Proof Mink. It's not on streaming platforms. He actually released it on Dat Piff. We're trying to figure out something if we could get it out on the,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying, on the platforms.
Most
Okay.
definitely. Most definitely. So
I
you
want to hear it.
perform every week.
Yeah, for sure.
What places do you like to perform?
If y'all got time, man, take off ATL for real.
Okay.
Go off ETL.
Yeah, like I'm gonna just say that only. Just
Is
come
that a
to
club?
take off ATL. Nah, it's not
Or
a
it's
club.
like a lounge or
well,
something?
I'm
A
not
place?
sure if they still call it the Union, but it's always been the Union EAV for me. It's off Flat Shows Road, off like Moreland
Oh,
Ave,
I've seen
East
that
Atlanta,
thing. Okay.
East Atlanta Village,
Yeah, he's a little bit. Yeah.
around like the basement. You know about the basement? Graveyard? You know about the graveyard?
I'm gonna be going outside in
outside.
2023. I will be outside. All right. I have not been outside since I moved here, so I will know more. I'll be able to say I know exactly what you're talking about now. So
yeah, I know where. Yeah,
give me about
3-4
weeks.
I definitely gotta check one of your posts.
Definitely.
Yeah, man.
Okay, yeah,
my
we
shows
should.
are
That'd be
like
fun.
my sanctuary, y'all.
Yeah.
Like the music is dope, but you come see a Clinch show, you're gonna actually like feel my chakras.
Yeah, that's what's
For
up.
sure.
So you said chakras, you said law of attraction. So I feel like you're probably very in tune with these
Of
different.
course.
I love that. I love that. When I see
Hey,
a black man understanding what a chakra and what a law of attraction is, I think that is amazing. So yes. I have to come to a show. We have to go to a show, y'all.
Nah, Buddy Hart, cause when he hit me up and I heard the music, like he said, like it wasn't a regular Atlanta artist. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing I appreciated the most.
Right.
It was like a late '90s, early 2000s feel, and I was like, yo, definitely roll up music. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and
for
that
sure.
yo. That was like the you know what I'm saying? That was what do you call that? The wrapping on the gift or whatever was the top of the.
Oh, the cherry on the top.
There we go.
Okay.
That one. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, yo,
That
he was going crazy. I was like, yo, he going nuts on here. But yeah, it's just the variety. I
I was gonna
love
start spitting out stuff.
rappers that got variety outside of just the region that they're in. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right,
So you
sure.
know, I really appreciate this brother coming in because. You know, I get a lot of people hit me up about coming on here.
Yeah.
So
They're not good, but it's like, you know what I'm saying?
Thank you for having me, bro.
Thank you for coming through, for sure.
So real quick, Kick It Like That, as well as Walk on Water. Please explain us how was that process making those two records right there, and what you got coming up next.
Kick It Like That. That's actually like gonna be my breaking single. We pushing out a lot. We just did a video for it with High Def ATL. Shout out him. But Kick It Like That. It just made me feel like real cool. I like making like cool hooks. If you guys like really listen to the words, it's some good gems in there.
It is,
you know what I'm saying? I got a bar in there where I say I try to tell my homies one ain't no better than two. Cause if we got 1,000 each, then we still got two.
That's true.
That's
you
real.
know, and,
That's real.
And that's just me basically saying, like, a lot of times we always try to rush and look out for ourselves and be selfish and want to be greedy.
Fact.
You know, but if you just put your mind together with something or somebody else, you know, and y'all are pure, genuine people, y'all can get to the same
The
thing
levels
quicker.
that you can reach, that it's like, that is so true. Everybody's screaming from the mountaintop. I did it on my own. I did this on my own.
right,
And it's like,
yeah.
first of all, you didn't. But like, you know, like it's actually, you know, good to collaborate with people and like work on, like when you are in your greatness and someone else is in your greatness, you guys come together, you guys make amazing things. Beyonce can't be Beyonce without the team behind her.
Exactly.
So like, you know, it's no, collaborate, work with people, big each other up and lift each other up for sure. I
Most
completely agree.
Most definitely. Yo, I mean, definitely.
And did you ask about Walk on Water? I'm sorry, man.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and Walk on Water, that was like just something cool. If y'all get on my YouTube and watch the video, it's like a disclaimer that's saying like, look, this video has no water in it, no nothing, but the song is basically just about elevation and making sure that you are striving forever. You know what I'm saying?
Most definitely. So
Walk on Water, man.
what you got coming up, man? What you want to leave the people? What you want the people to know before we get up out of here, man?
Love yourself, most of all, for sure. Aviator Posse on the way. Clinch Luciano. Y'all rock with your boy, man.
No 100.
Most definitely.
Love.
Need that.
Well, Clinch, we appreciate you, brother, for coming up in here, dropping some gems, having a good time with us, man.
Thank you, man.
And bringing us some dope music, man. I go by the name of DJ 9D.
It's your girl Keisha.
And it's your boy, Kell.
Kel, where they can follow us at, my boy?
Hey, man, you can follow the boy, Kelley. You can follow production team, Nostalgia Uni, ENT. The group is on Kicking It Old School _ Y'all better hit that follow button right now. I'm not playing with y'all.
Ooh, that was nice.
Okay,
Oh,
Kell,
y'all
welcome.
follow me at Clinch _ CLINCH _. That's my Twitter. That's my Instagram. That's my whatever you need. Snapchat, holla at your boy. Cash App, holla at your boy.
Hey, that one specifically.
Keisha did it. KEISHDONDNEDIDIT.
The real DJ 9D, the number 9 and the letter D, man. We thank y'all so much for kicking the old school with us. So we got some new flavor from y'all from Clinch called Kick It Like That, as well as Walk on Water coming up next, man. Y'all be safe, be blessed. We out.
I try to talk to my homies, but what more can I do? I try to explain